was a very standard procedure. Not guilty plea was entered. We have an arraignment set for the 29th. We'll attend to a bond motion between now and then and tell you when it's set for.
What do you make of Sabrina's comments on the Today Show today? Well, she said that she believed this was an accident. She clarified, saying it was the encounter between Mr. Zimmerman and Trayvon was the accident.
I look forward to having a conversation with her to see, exactly what her feelings are on it. Obviously, it was a horrible intersection of two young men's lives, and it ended in tragedy. We have to figure out how it happened, why it happened, and who might be responsible for it.
Will you be using those words against her in the future?
They went through a horrible tragedy. They lost their son. We're not going to be talking about using words against a mother of a deceased child. We're not doing that. We're not going to work that.
Do you think that the ability for you not didn't put the bail, or that the judge did not want to close bail? I mean, is that a setback for you and your client?
No, we had actually made a decision before today, a couple hours ago, that I was not going to even seek to have the judge attend to that issue. It just didn't make sense with where the case is now, with my client's status, and quite honestly, with the attempt to truly calm this case down rather than demand a presentation of evidence which might only increase the fervor around the case.
So between now and then, you're not going to make it.
I'm sorry? Yes, I did. Yes. Well, he's tired. It's been a very long period of time for him, and he's gone through some tribulations of his own, being, the focus of the intensity of this event. He is, he's facing second-degree murder charges now. He's frightened. That would frighten any one of us. But on the other hand, I'm not concerned, as some others may have been before me, of his focus. He's glad the process is in place. He really does hope, as the prosecutor said, that we're given the opportunity by the media, by the community, to handle this case the way it's supposed to be handled. Full discovery, conversations, negotiations, trial if need be, motions if they're appropriate, and let the system work. It really, truly, it works. And now that we have focus on it, it's going to work even better, because I'm sure you'll tell us if it's not working properly.
Why did you ask for a complete sealing of the case file?
My concern, I'm sorry? What I would like to do in that regard is, if that conversation is to be had, it should be had directly to the family rather than here.
Why did you ask for a complete sealing of the case?
My concern before I was involved in the case was that this matter was being handled in a piecemeal fashion, whether it was police, law enforcement, defense, other witnesses, people who just wanted to be involved in the case, people who saw things. And what happened is, I liken it to a picture that you have as puzzle pieces. And you throw out 3 or 4 pieces and you cannot get a picture of it. And the frustration that happens is, you see it one way, you see it another way, there's something missing, then somebody's not answering the next question. It's really supposed to happen in the courtroom. So if it happens in the courtroom, and if we really look at it and say we're going to do it properly, then we don't need to let it out piecemeal, because you're going to misinterpret it, I have to respond to it, they have to respond to it. The job is better done the way we know how to do it.
What do you say at a trial if needed, and what are your feelings about a possible change of venue?
If you were to do a percentage of all criminal cases, very small percentage of them go to trial, higher percentage of murder cases, we're not taking any possibilities off the table of how this case gets resolved. I haven't seen the first sheet of evidence yet, so it's really premature. I'm sorry?
How many stand your ground cases have you handled in your career? And is this
to say, self-defense cases, which is really what you're speaking of, a number of them. It shows up in a lot of personal crimes. Whenever there's battery, aggravated battery, murder. I've not had one to a jury since the Stand Your Ground statute, but I've had a couple that have utilized that as sort of an impact on it.
Are you
have evidence that you might have been the aggressor, sort of going away to Stand Your Ground defense?
Madam Prosecutor knows her case. She knows how to do it. She looked at the evidence and interpreted it a certain way. I'm not going to make believe I know a different way when I haven't seen it. When I see it, we'll talk more about it maybe, but probably still in a courtroom.
Are you?
I'm sorry?
How is he going to pay your fee?
I'm not taking attorney's fees right now. I think that he is indigent for cost. He doesn't have any money. and there's a process in place that allows the state actually to assist in paying cost, not attorney's
So,
fees.
Mayor, are you asking for them to put him in protective custody?
Seminole County Sheriff, on their own, properly so, have him in protective custody. It's a standard security measure that they put in place in cases like this.
And I heard that there's also been several threats already coming into the sheriff's office.
I have not heard of any.
How is his mental state right now? We know his old attorney said that he's possibly going through post-traumatic stress disorder. How is he doing mentally?
Any diagnosis like that should be done by those who know how to do it, psychologists, psychiatrists. I can interact with him, and I think he's in a good place.
Where has
he
he
does
been
not
this whole
want to be
time?
here. I'd rather not disclose it. I don't even know fully, but I talked about doing it, talked to my client, looked at the facts of the case, what would have to happen if we were to do the bond motion, decided not to.
When do you
Have you
plan to do
ever
that?
expressed any safety concerns and asked to remain in jail till his arraignment?
Has he?
Yes.
I really wouldn't discuss what he and I have talked about at all anyway, but
Or do you feel he's safer, at least for the short term, to stay in the facility?
I hope to have him released on bond, and by that time I hope to have a place for him to be safe.
When would that be?
When do you plan to
I don't know. We don't have it set yet. Bond is going to be set probably in the next couple of weeks, and mostly before the judge, and we'll talk about it. But I'm about to go meet a judge who has this case, and if I don't, it'll be my first contempt by this judge. I'm not going to take that chance.
How much money has he raised off the PayPal website?
I have no idea. I haven't even been on either one. I don't know if there's one or two. I don't
How
know.
will about the other attorneys?
I don't know yet. According to how much it
How do you
is.
feel about the other attorneys?
The prosecution?
No, the other attorneys that dropped them.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know fully why or if and how that happened.
Is
So
he
I'm
bondable?
concerned about some of it, but not for today.
Is he bondable? Is he bondable? Is it possible he will get bond?
It is possible he will get bond based upon what the judge decides.
And would that be an Arthur hearing? Would that
An
not
Arthur
be-
hearing, yes, is one of the elements that's considered a bond.
Thank you.